Billy, how do you feel now? Because I'm not feeling that great, but I'm feeling fantastic. But I tell you, that was just a wonderful night.
Absolutely, and it's no different, I suppose, than being down in Ennis last week. But we needed that little bit extra, and in fairness, I think the boys gave it that little bit extra. A lot of people are worried that, in ordinary time, that we left it behind us. They said that last week as well. But there's something about this team, something special that they don't give up too easy. And I suppose you epitomise the whole thing with the two last catches Matthew O'Hanlon made under severe pressure. Just came out, grabbed him, and everyone talks about the great scores in the game that changes the game, but I think that really broke the hearts of Clare. We went up, Conor Mack got a free then and put it over the bar, but there's a lot of guys stood up today, a lot of young guys, the Jack Guineys of this world. Shane Tompkins, was nice to see him come on. Paul Morris got 3 points after being taken off in the first half, came on and probably changed the game in the second half. But to be a Wexford man, and I'm standing beside one of the best ones in yourself, Tom, it's a special day, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I think for me, Billy, the character of the team, I think that really shone through, because I think all the pundits were saying that, when it went to extra time, Clare will win it. I think the real test came when it went to extra time today, but our lads did show some character then, didn't they?
I suppose when you look at the guys who were over them, Liam Dunn, Ger Cush, Tomas and Murty, the character that Liam Dunn and Ger Cush should bring to a lot of teams, we know ourselves, if they can express it onto the team that they're coaching, it's definitely going to happen. And I think, you saw them on the line, they didn't get too upset about anything that was happening, but you could see the intensity that they were bringing to the game. And probably at the end of the day, we have never saw intensity like that in Wexford hurling in a long, long time. But they were able to withstand it. Clare came at him in draws, but just standing out here, there was a serious win there that Clare had in the second half, and when you're up in the stand, you're thinking maybe they should do this or maybe they shouldn't, but they stood to their task, and in fairness to them, they created chances, maybe 1 or 2 chances that they missed, and the crowd were giving a bit of a ooh at times, but still the chances that really counted, and that's where Jack Guiney came in. I think he was awesome on the frees today, Tom, and he put an awful lot of pressure on Clare every time he stepped up to a ball. Once he put it over the bar and put the onus back on Clare to do something, and eventually, he just toppled Clare.
And I suppose I'm going to bring it back down a bit, because to be honest with you, we all tend to get very emotional, and you were saying to me the last day in Ennis that you had to get a drink of water because you thought you were going to faint near the end of the game, and I think that's what it means to us all, Billy. What challenges does Liam face now? We've Waterford are only 8 days away. Is there a big challenge for him?
I think, like, you played a game and we played it together, and we had some big days against Kilkenny. I think as 1984, since we actually beat the All-Ireland champions. That's what they've done today. So it's going to be, and we've done that going back in the 80s a few times, and then we'd turn out in 2 weeks' time again, Offaly, and we'd be beaten in the Leinster final. They have a serious task, Tom, and there's no doubt about that. But I think these guys are pretty level-headed guys. The under-21 win during the week, is a big help to them. There was 3 or 4 of them ended up playing today that you'd say, was their mind on what they were going after Wednesday night, but certainly they were. It's a big task, but I think them guys are well able to do it.
And I suppose, Billy, over the last number of years, anytime we've had a bit of success, we've had a big Gorey district man, Tony Dorn, catching the ball, then Billy Byrne, and now we've another big Gorey district man. He got the goal at the right time, Billy, didn't he? He
did. It was a great answer to Clare's goal. And let's be honest about it, I'd say it stunned Clare probably, and it definitely brought the crowd. And you need a crowd on your side. They were on our side today every time it was needed. It was a great goal, but Liam McGovern, I thought, when the ball went into him, he caused chaos in the Clare defence. But as you say, it's nice to see a good few Gorey people and Gorey district people, and we do carry the flag up there at times pretty well. But for every one of them, young Liam Ryan, a cornerback, I don't think there's anyone that we've stated here that when they stepped out over that white line with the purple and gold on him today, didn't put their shoulder to the wheel and perform.
Yeah, and I think the last thing, Billy, I was going to say, and he was a young fella that you were involved with fairly heavily in training over the years, I thought Paul Morris showed some character today.
Well, I said that, we know how Paul has, and he's a great temperament to the game as well. But there was one, I think the second point he got, he was closed down, there was 3 around him. Clare I think they were going to point up. He popped it over a bar, and you knew that and I know, and you know, Tom, that if we had one guy to pick there to give the ball to do something for you when your chips are really down, you'd nearly pick Paul. And I was delighted to see the performance he gave in extra time, because last week's performance was nearly a man of the match performance. Wexford are dead and buried. He caught a ball 40 yards out, took the onus on himself and put it over the bar. Let's not forget that either. He has what a lot of these guys have. He had to have something special, and it was great to see it today.
And we'll be dancing at the crossroads tonight, Billy.
We'll be dancing at every crossroads and every junction that's going from here back to Gorey. And it's, as I say, as it raises the whole profile of a county, and I think this county might need a good raise of a profile. It was definitely done tonight, and we look forward to next week, and maybe in a different way. We just have to come back down to earth. But I think if we do that as well, within our capability, maybe to get a victory next week. But I wouldn't say the boys are talking about that yet. Small little celebration tonight and back to work then.